is only a factory-fitted moron, an irredeemable and calcified dumb person that will convince you that a man who saved over $150 million, not saving, invested over $150 million in Eurobond and other high-yielding FX instruments, and who saved a total of 75 billion naira for his state at a time other governors were looting their states dry, siphoning monies to buy properties all over the world, that the man committed an offense. You know, when I hear morons, capital social media nuisance like the Jade and Co. say, oh, Peter Obi saved Anambra's money in a bank he has interest. You see, this is how dumb most of them are. Governor Alex Oti came out openly to state clearly that he was the one, as the MD CEO of Diamond Bank, that advised Peter Obi and helped him to structure the investment of Anambra's $150 million in Euro bond instruments. Peter Obi saved money with Access Bank, Diamond Bank, and Fidelity Bank. Access Bank is owned by late Herbert Wiwe and Ike Mokwede. We all know that. Diamond Bank belongs to Ndabas Dozien, God bless his soul, and his family. They are the main. So how somebody could concoct that Peter Obi invested Anambra's money? Fidelity Bank, Peter Obi is not even a 50% shareholder in Fidelity Bank. Peter Obi shareholder in Fidelity Bank is actually less than 30%. So Peter Obi investor cannot be claimed. Nobody can claim that Peter Obi owns Fidelity Bank. But these dumb, calcified morons, they go on social media, they go on podcasts. You know, it's so shameful that when they go to podcasts like Nedu Wazobia, some of them are dumb. They can't even ask the right questions. They just use Peter Obi to trend. That's how foolish and stupid most of them are. Diamond Bank does not belong to Peter Obi. Fidelity Bank does not belong to Peter Obi. Access Bank does not belong to Peter Obi. That is where he invested Anambra's money. And the governor of Taraba State, Rabiu Kwankwaso, said it clearly that Willie Obiano told him that the money he used to build the Anambra airport was the savings that Peter Obi made. Who other governors were looting it? Now let us even interrogate the issue of SAB Miller. Peter Obi invested Anambra's stake. And for most of you who are not aware, as the head of project finance in one of the top 5 deposit money banks in Nigeria, that project was, I was privy to when SAB Miller wanted to come to Nigeria. That project was supposed to be centered in Asaba. Those guys were playing politics. Peter Obi flew to South Africa, structured the transaction, gave them land, did massive road infrastructure to that land, provided them with enabling environment for them, SAB Miller, for them to establish that brewery there. SAB Miller is not owned by Peter Obi. It's not owned by Peter Obi. You know, they will tell you, oh, Peter Obi invested Anambra's money in a company he owns. SAB Miller is not. Next Group is not even Peter Obi's company. It's his family business company. And Next Group only owns 10% of SAB Miller's SPV in Nigeria. SAB Miller has investment in the Southwest. How SAB Miller became Peter Obi's family business? SAB Miller is the second biggest brewer in the whole world, in Africa. How SAB Miller became Peter Obi's family business is what these morons have failed to explain to the morons they've been able to convince that Peter Obi invested Anambra's money in his family business. Anambra government does. Peter Obi does not own SAB Miller. Peter Obi does not own IBL. But these morons are able to convince their fellow morons. And they keep on, all of them, they keep on parroting this nonsense. And idiots like them believe it. I have no apologies using qualifying word that best describes these classified idiots. And you know the funny, very funny thing, that company is the highest employer of labor in Anambra State. That company is one of the top 5 taxpayers in Anambra State. That company has catalyzed direct job over 1,000 and indirect job over 10,000 in Anambra State. That company coming into Anambra State, they've even moved to establish other breweries in other parts of the southwest. Somebody brought them into Nigeria. We talk about foreign direct investment. We talk about foreign diaspora remittances. And we know that if other governors were 10% as prudent, as honest, as sincere as Peter Obi, Nigeria would have been where it is today. A man that signed 6,000 CFOs. He did not sign anyone for himself, for Margaret, his wife, for his son and daughter, and for any of his family members. You cannot trace any single CFO or property in Oka or nature that Peter Obi signed for himself and his friends and cronies. Somebody who allegedly stole 10 billion naira of his state, the White Lion. EFCC recovered $800,000 that he paid to a school, paying school fees. He still has gotten an APC ticket to go to Senate. And most of the bandits in the Senate and House of Rep are looters who are under investigation by EFCC. The same cash activists, the same morons who are always looking for how to gaslight and destroy. Anyway, I'm not surprised. They destroyed one of the few shining lights. I'm not surprised. 2,000 years ago, thousands of morons gathered, and the Pontius Pilate placed Jesus Christ, the righteous one, before them, and placed Barabbas, the condemned criminal, the rapist, the thief. And the majority of them said, give us, release Barabbas, give us Barabbas, the criminal, and condemn a man who did not do anything to them. So, 2,000 years ago, it happened. 2,000 years after, we still have morons who will prefer Barabbas to the righteous one. Share this. Let it get to those morons that is so shameful and shameful that anybody you see sharing this kind of nonsense is a classified idiot that needs redemption. God bless you.
You know, they've come again with their propaganda politics. You see, you're free to play your politics, but don't play with our intelligence. Peter Obi went to NDC. That's their propaganda. Peter Obi went to NDC. NDC is only a presidency to the south, but they say it's only one single term of 4 years. Oh, he has gone to negotiate away and change his own people from the southeast. Only 4 years. One other people have done 8 years. Don't listen to them. 4 years is enough for any sincere government, local government chairman or governor or president to play lasting legacies. Nigeria needs urgent reset. We need president, governor, local government chairman, House of Assembly members, National Assembly members, all with character, with competencies, with integrity and patriotism. Go back history. There's no governor in the history of Nigeria since 1999 that has made half the impact that Latif Jokonde, the Simon Bagwe, did within 4 years of being governors, 1979 to 1983. Let's even come back to this Fourth Republic. Don't let them play those stupidity, myopic identity politics. Give you an example. Let's go back to Katsina State. May 27, 2026 will make it 27 years since this Fourth Republic journey. Katsina State has produced, from the Northwest, has produced presidents for 11 years, probably for 7 years. One for 3 years, that good man, Yadwa, and Buhari for 8 years. Yadwa, between 2007, 2009, built the fastest growing economy in Nigeria over the last 27 years. In the rule of law, he was number one. Fight against insecurity, he was number one. Discipline, he was number one. Fight against corruption, he was number one. Economic growth, Prosperity enhancement, he was number one. Protection of oil and gas assets, Yar'Adua was number one. Then came the one they call, he was the only president that declared national liabilities publicly. Then came the one they call my guy scare. For 8 years, he ruled Nigeria. When he became president, he came with the lies and poppycock and made that he would destroy security in 6 months. Katsina State, North was one of the most safest regions in Nigeria before he became president. By the time he left power, after squandering over $25 billion in security expenses, he left Katsina State and Daura and the Northwest as one of the most insecure places, destroyed by poverty, destroyed by illiteracy. Nothing good came out of that place. Ethnic identity politics, regional politics, destroyed a region that was good, that was doing well. Come to Imo State, my state. I grew up in Imo State, did my private school. You know, it's not about party. PDP for 16 years, ruined Imo State. Ruined for Imo State was nothing to write about. Okay, go produce president for 4 years. The only time Imo State experienced tangible infrastructure development, real quality one, is just now under Hope Uzodinma. Nobody gave Hope a chance. I was one of those who were his greatest critics. But Hope is the only governor in Imo State, that, even part of one of the few in the whole of Southeast, that is doing project that has the greatest catalytic implications for to boost productivity. Hope is in APC. So I don't believe in party policies. It's impact, judge impact. Go to Abia State. Alex Oti contested many times to be governor. They were busy gaslighting him. Identity politics. He is not from Ungwa. He is Ungwa. They just say, Ungwa. For 8 years, the Ungwa man was governor. But was abandoned to rot. Just 3 years as governor. Go and see how Uti has transformed Aba. All those people that were playing identity politics have now come to, it's now about how long a person from a particular region or ethnicity stays in power. It's all about the character, the competencies, the capacity, the compassion, the altruism of the person who is governor or president. The Nnaemeka Bridge, they told us about me what I was not allowed to repair. OUK was governor. He was passing through that, they were passing through that road. That bridge couldn't fix it. Alex has fixed it. 3 years, go and see the impact of what he's doing. Integrated governance. If not for Dr. Noti, and if Professor Noti, if we have missed Alex, Abia would have been in deeper darkness. So don't let anybody gaslight you. Across the 3 arms of government, 3 tiers of government, local government chairman, governor, president, forget about political party. Look at the history and antecedents of people. 4 years, Nigeria needs urgent reset. Nigeria is drifting into perdition. What we need urgently is a president, governors, members of the National Assembly with character, with competencies, with compassion, with altruism, with patriotism, with selflessness. Honestly, people should not chop money. They will say that put Nigeria and God first. We need to totally overhaul the constitutional, physical, governance, institutional, electoral reforms in Nigeria, so that by 2031, when we reset this country, we will be on a path to growth. So don't let them gaslight you with their lies and propaganda. Our job as terrorists is to sit here and debunk all their iniquities and all their criminal satanic lies and propaganda. Sambalas and the Geshoms of Arabia will never see this time. Thank you.